We're hanging out here at the Bonnaroo Music Festival in Manchester, Tennessee. I'm Julia Cunningham, and we're joined by the artist Clairo. It's so lovely to meet you in person.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks for hanging. Are you kidding me?
Thanks for having me.
I'm assuming. No, is this your first Bonnaroo, or did you actually?
This
No,
is my
okay.
first ever Bonnaroo.
Oh my God, what did you heard about this music festival?
I've heard that it just goes extremely late.
Yes.
At night.
Yeah,
I'm playing at 12:20.
I know. I was gonna say you're
so.
going on at like 12:18. It's like also very specific
Yeah.
times when you get into music festivals. If you don't know, it's sort of like the town built itself around this festival. So yeah, there's like no noise ordinances, which is like unheard of, kind
It's
of, right?
really crazy. Yeah, on the drive here, we were saying it just doesn't look like there's a festival next to it. And then you just take a turn and it's changes.
It's just like
automatically.
insane, right? We were driving down the highway and there's always this sort of like turn where then like that's where the camping entrance is.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah.
And they're literally on Thursday when people sort of arrive, the wait is like 8 hours. And so it just becomes like a street kind of party while people are just waiting for cars to get in. But anyways, let's talk about your music, because we've been playing a lot of your music on SiriusXM and we're sort of like in a new realm with you announcing your debut album, Immunity. And co-produced by one of our faves and sort of mainstays, Rostam Batmanglij.
Well.
I'm assuming so. I mean, you brought him into the studio. Tell me about how you two met and sort of got to the place that you were going to bring him into your project.
Yeah, well, he really liked my song Flaming Hot Cheetos, and
who doesn't?
Well, he had, I guess, put it in a blurb in Rolling Stone where they had asked him what his favorite song at the moment is. And I remember my mom like slamming the magazine down on the table, being like, "You're in Rolling Stone magazine." I was like, "What?" And Rostam, like, he's like a legend. And from then on, we kind of connected. And then he had messaged me that he had a show at Brooklyn Steel, and he had got his orchestra to learn a string version of Flaming Hot Cheetos, and he wanted me to come perform it with him. So I went to New York and performed it with him, and met him and met his parents the same day and performed it with him. And from then on, we just kind of set aside time to work together. And then, as we worked more and more together, we kind of just learned that our like technique is similar and the way that we work is really efficient. And I kind of started bringing him songs from other studio sessions that were just me. And we started to flesh out songs like Bags. And it was like a dream come true to have someone from one of my favorite bands growing up help me finish a song that I started on my own.
Right, yeah.
It was like, a dream come true.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, and also what's sort of interesting about him as a producer, and for some people that maybe aren't as familiar, he's worked with not only his own music, which always sounds just like very eclectic and different, but like, Hamilton Lighthouser and Haim and like Carly Rae Jepsen, sort of like a little bit of everything, but let those artists really breathe as themselves.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
what would sort of be like maybe Bags, like tell us a little bit more about, like you said, what sort of would he say, like in terms of like how that song was when you delivered it to him as what it was?
Yeah, I think, I did all the guitar and all the writing, and, I brought the song to him, and he was like, Danielle Haim has to do drums on this. And I was like, okay, yes, of course, like, bring her along. And meeting her was an incredible experience in itself. But then having her work on the song was amazing, and he helped with, the arrangement and just made it flow into a song that really, like, meant something.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I had the bones, but he really, like, brought it to life. And that was a big theme of the whole album. Making songs entirely with him was a process. And then seeing him take a whole different look on my own songs was another whole thing. But yeah, Bags would not be what it is without his guitar and his arrangement and, all that he brought to the table. So
yeah, that's awesome. Well, we're really looking forward to hearing it sort of in its entirety. The album is not due out until August, but I'm sure there's going to be sort of more leading up to the release of that record, and probably surprises along the way. But we're excited, and thank you for letting us broadcast your set as well.
Of course.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So guys, that's going to be happening not long from now on SiriusXM. And Clairo, thank you so much for hanging with us here at Bonnaroo.
Thanks for having me.